can it be? Showing up with Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funnel and these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing now. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
And a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. Welcome to the morning steam for a Monday, July 29th. And, we're up and at 'em here definitely this morning at the Olympic Games. Not much of a spectacle, more of a spectacle than a match right now between maybe the most anticipated event of the day, or at least of the afternoon session at the Olympics, with Novak Djokovic and Rafa Nadal. Nadal hanging in there here in the second set. Maybe he can come back from that first set whooping that Novak put on him. But hey, if he can grab this set and have make it an exciting match, everyone just out here to see these two guys play probably for the last time here. And Novak dominated the first set. There's Rafa. You can see him right there. We're not supposed to show it. There's Rafa right there. Everybody. How about that? But pretty spectacular to have these guys playing, even though Rafa's, look, he's up against it here. Novak, obviously back and pretty healthy here at this point. Got to be all of a sudden maybe a favorite here the way he's looking today, but big event at the Olympics right now. Plenty of tennis this morning. They've got a lot of matches in. We're cruising here in the second round, getting these finals in today. Remember, only 3 sets at the Olympics, so Rafa here could get closed out by Joker here. Rafa has a breakup, so he'll probably win this match, and be great to see them embrace once again at the center court. All right. And be a big day at the Olympics later on if you're interested. I mean, I know you are. And we'll preview Major League Baseball here in just a moment as we get our sports betting week underway. But other events today, if you're interested, certainly tonight. We talked about the great event last night with Simone Biles. She didn't disappoint. Oh, hey, might as well call Ramon while he's on the air at 6:15 in the morning. That seems like a good idea. Is that you, Dave? Hi, Dave. And everybody in the chat. But coming up tonight, there'll be some great spectacular events. I think the feature tonight is going to be the women's 100-meter backstroke. You're going to have American Regan Smith as the lead story probably here tonight, along with Australian Kaylee McCowan. If you're looking for something to bet on here and get really hooked up with one of those other events, right? This is what I'll try to do for at least the next 10 days is maybe I'll try to put you on winners, but at least tell you what you can bet. It's a lot of confusion, right? What events do you want to play? What day? Tonight, the women's 100-meter backstroke. If you're interested, Regan Smith, she's like minus $1.05. Kaylee McCowan, the talented Australian, plus $1.10. This is probably one of the more competitive events of the night. In swimming and the other events will be showing in NBC in primetime. Now, those events are going to take place here momentarily, quite frankly. Here, we've already seen one event, I think, come in from no, maybe not the nighttime swimming last night, but some other events here already underway today. one I know that I'm looking forward to tonight, Summer McIntosh. She's a big favorite in the 400 IM, but she's, probably a record setter. And another one that you might take note of tonight that's going to be in the prime time that I believe is still to get underway, or I don't want to get it wrong here, but men's street skateboarding tonight with Nigel Houston is probably going to be the star there. The young man with all those tattoos on his, he's really exciting. 2-1 favorite. It's really going to be United States and Japan. Going at it in that skateboarding. You have Jagger Eaton of the United States and Yuto Haragoni of Japan. It's going to be U.S. and Japan in that. One event I'm looking forward to as soon as we get off the air here, and I know Dave might be up with me on this one, is you might want to see this one. I believe it's going to be maybe at the top of the hour coming up here in beach volleyball. One of the most talented guys, if you remember this guy, Chase Budinger, the former La Costa Canyon High star from where I'm at in San Diego, where I grew up, probably the most decorated athlete, high school athlete from the area that I come from. He was a 3-time volleyball player of the year and a 2-time basketball player. You might remember Chase Budinger, the 7-year NBA veteran who played with the Rockets, the Timberwolves, Pacers, and the Suns, 7-year player. He was just a role player really with those teams, but him and his volleyball partner have made it to the Olympics. Well, how about that? A former NBA player making it in a different sport, and they'll be going with their match here in just a little bit. They're not the favorites at all, but just a neat story. Chase Budinger, you remember him? He was pretty okay NBA player, and he made it to the Olympics. So also men's swimming tonight, no Americans really expected to do much. You got a 200-meter free, 100-meter backstroke. We're underway in basketball as well. On the women's side, we already saw Nigeria knock off Australia in an upset there. Nigeria, in pretty good women's team. They actually look quite good there in that upset. I say upset. Australia was a 24-point favorite, and Nigeria got the 13-point win. So just watch out, I think, there. Right now, they're late. Germany is going to beat Belgium. I've got a play here coming up. France has taken on Canada. Today in women's basketball, this one will be at 11:15 Eastern and 5:15 Pacific here in women's action in Canada. They're a pretty big underdog here against France, but I'm going to take them here plus 9.5 points in this one. This one is, like I said, 11:15 a.m., 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time, 8:15 Pacific, France and Canada. I like Canada plus 9.5. It was a 12.5 point opener for France. Still to come, Japan and the United States. The late game with the United States favored by 22.5. Comments made. We saw last night, I don't know if you saw the primetime coverage last night, or I think it was the men's coverage of the Olympic game. The United States were able to get it done, of course, but they had coach of not the coach, the Olympics team basically saying they would maybe revisit it here if with Caitlin Clark. If they had to do it all over again, they might take Caitlin Clark here, is what some of the talk was yesterday. So all right, hope you guys are enjoying the Olympics. I'd love to cover a little more with you. I'll try to find some maybe some competitive events that they're going to have betting on here. Certainly the men will be back in action tomorrow in basketball. Soccer also taking the day off here today. So we've also had some events come in so far today, but a little more terrorism too. Some of the telecommunications networks were vandalized. So, okay, that's a look at the Olympics here today. We'll try to touch each day, maybe just try to find those competitive ones where you can take a shot on a pick 'em price. Some of these, swimming events, you're going to get, 1 to 6 favorites here on some of these with some of the stars, right? And we saw, of course, last night, Léon Marchand of France. What a performance by this man. Definitely the uh, greatest swimmer in the world currently, right now, it feels like, on the men's side. Let me say hello to everyone coming in here. They want Olympic talk. They want to talk baseball here with me. But I love it too. And John Monaforte talking about, hey, we're on football week. Let's get excited for that. We've got a game here, obviously, Thursday night. So awesome. Let's say hello to Dave was first. He's so fired up about this Padres team. How about it? And talking about Tatum. That's tough, right? You get caught up in it, and probably just comes out to be the rotations. And of course, everybody want to put a political spin on it and say that Kerr didn't put Tatum in there because of his. I don't, I don't know what they were saying. All right, Thomas says like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you everybody for joining me here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. And 14,800 subscriber juggernaut. Like this video and subscribe to our channel here. And who else? Howard Hogan joining us. Mr. Tomatoes here is in the house as well. John Monaforte's ready. Justin, thank you for reaching out with me. And our Tom's here today as well. And who else? Slippery Moondog. That's, you can call yourself whatever you want, my man here. I love you. Thank you for coming in. Jim Bean is here today as well. Richie, Tennessee Toes Down. All right. Thank you very much coming in. And Dre is here as well. Dre is here. Thank you everybody for showing up today. We'll try to find some sports for you to bet on here. We got Major League Baseball today to talk about. And like I said, you could also focus in on some of those Olympic events. Let me cover two more Olympic. I have two more plays for you. These will be on men's basketball for tomorrow. They'll be before we reach the air. Tomorrow's men's games. The games are going to start at 5 a.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific. But I've got a couple of plays on these games here. Greece will take on Spain at 5 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. And I have this one to go over. Greece and Spain, 164 or so. Maybe it's been moved to the under, but I see some sharp action to the over, and I'm going to get on that with the sharps here in this one. My numbers seem to agree. The numbers were, hey, I made the numbers, so I can make them whatever I want. I'm going to go over here, Greece and Spain, and also I like Canada over Australia tomorrow. Canada, obviously, looking pretty good. Really love the Australian basketball program, and someone who watches a lot of NBL. But Canada here, 6.5 point favorite. That one will be at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 a.m. Pacific tomorrow here. And so two games that'll be underway or completed. We'll be on the air when Australia and Canada are playing tomorrow. And that one as well. So there'll be Greece and Spain over 163, Canada minus 6.5 against Australia. Okay, now I think I've completed my Olympics for the day. Here, at least there's other great events, and you can watch all those. One thing I will maybe recommend is I see, Rafa Nadal here, 4-4. Let's go, Rafa. Let's make it a 3-setter. One thing today is for certain on these tennis matches. There have been a couple upsets, but for the most part, the favored players are taking care of business. And man, today 2 sets is it. I mean, you're not seeing any, and these are not, maybe they're a little, there's some favorites here coming home, no doubt, but I'm just saying that the favorites are coming home and not really messing around. And if the other player has won, the upset player, they've also closed it out in 2. In fact, today, out of so far today, 9 completed matches, men's and women's here, or I should say all women's at this point have been completed. 9 matches and 8 finished in straight sets. So, all right, a little bit of my update at The Olympic Games. I love the Olympics, and hope you guys enjoyed Simone Biles last night. That was real. That was real. I mean, I was out of breath watching that floor exercise. Okay, maybe I'm part of hyperbole, but I don't know. I was pretty fired up. All right, I was fired up like what did I just see? I just saw Snoop Dogg hanging out with Billie Jean King. What a conversation that. The Snoop Dogg might be a little bit too much Snoop Dogg at the Olympics here. I saw him fencing. All right, and surfing has been awesome. I'm glad I've been watching the surfing. No, and the Americans doing great there, but really spectacular. The way the camera technology's worked out, man, nowadays really makes surfing really back from the old days of watching on Wide World of Sports. You could barely see those guys out there. Now they put the guys right into the air. You're practically in the tube. All right, who else here? Get rolling. Tyler Parrish is here, and Terrell loves these Colombian sports here. Canada soccer got 6 points deducted. I'm sorry if you had them to win their group. They still were able to prevail yesterday, 3-2, despite the coach being sent home. Basically, I think we were on top of that story. I mean, the story was out there, but they weren't necessarily on the coach, but they were in the end. You're responsible in the end. And maybe she was crossing the line there, and maybe the U.S. glad they didn't hire her away. All right. Oh, we appreciate it, John. That's what we do. The show just evolved that way. It's all about the chat here, really. Hey, I'm glad you guys are here to listen to me and talk about some of the things that I like. But really, it's all about the chat. Let's go to Tony'sPicks.com and see who did well. It's all about that as well. And take a look at the hot handicappers over at Tony'sPicks.com for Sunday. Hey, I was able to get a winner on the card yesterday. What was my winner yesterday? Washington Nationals, St. Louis Cardinals under here, and Team Steam also a little bit rough, but congratulations, Team Steam beating Ramon Scott in that game with Minnesota and Detroit yesterday. Hey, it's a final. Germany over Belgium, 83-69 in women's basketball just moments ago. As well, what can you say? We've got another upset. Belgium was the 11-point favorite. Germany wins. So 2 games and 2 monster upsets in women's basketball so far. All right, here, take a look at the handicappers over at Tony'sPicks.com, and you'll see Joseph Schultz up there, 2-0 on the day. Mindy Hahn, 7-5. Daniel Wolosichuk won his only play, as did EPA Sports there yesterday, won his only play. Also, Brandon Check won his only play. OG Cappers won his only play. There's Scott Doubles Shooty. He went 2-1. Ruben Marlboro 2-1. Tiffany Mance 2-1. Mark Butterscotch Eubanks up there. And CJ Sturgeon, profitable cappers here yesterday at Tony's Picks. Also, for the last 7 days, Hollywood Sam on top of the handicapper leaderboards there. Well on top, 14 1/3 units of profit. Joseph Schultz, a good week, 10-2 record. Nick Lagaretto, 67%. Ron Crawford, up 4 2/3 units of profit. And Bo Dunn, up there as well. He's at 67% over the last 7 days. Last 30 days here at Tony'sPicks.com. Brandon Check is up 20 units. Ben Ruhala is up nearly 16 units of profit. Bo Dunn's up over 12 units of profit. Danny Dimes he's at 842, and Daniel Wolosichuk 6 2/3 units of profit. Hey, click on the All Cappers tab. That's all you'll find all of our handicappers here at Tony'sPicks.com. We have a night card of Major League Baseball. Pretty much it. There is a doubleheader today, and we'll talk about it first off, right up off the top of the show, with a doubleheader between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. It starts at 3 Eastern and noon Pacific, and then goes right into the second game there few minutes later after the first game, and then everything else at night. And that's what we're going to talk about here in just a moment. But you can use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine here today. So appreciate it. If you want to show your support of the show, you can pick up my premium pick pass or my packages for the next, hey, how about the next 7 days? Roll with me here in Major League Baseball, as well as NFL. On Thursday, we're getting ready for the big game here. Houston Texans, Chicago Bears this week. Who do you like? Chicago Bears favored by 2 and the total 32 as we get ready for the Hall of Fame game. Hey, do you remember the worst Hall of Fame game in NFL history? Involved my San Diego Chargers back then. We still call them San Diego here on the morning's team, of course. We'll never stop. But one year they played the Green Bay Packers, and the final score was 0-0. All right. That sounds like my social life. All right. Let's say hello to a few more and get rolling with the show here. Darren, he liked that over in the France game here. And let's see. Chad's here this morning. Maybe he'll have some Olympic basketball for us as well, because we know that those other games coming up here, maybe with Japan and USA. I'm not sure on Japan and USA, frankly. I did talk about on another show the total. I was being put it out there a little bit with Japan and USA, but I was kind of, liking the under, but didn't go too big on it. I'm not going to recommend it here on the show. All right. Let's get rolling. Let's talk about some of the things going on here today. Everybody saw yesterday, certainly the men, great job there coming back against Serbia in that one. And, of course, the Canada win over Greece with Giannis, 34 points, but they couldn't get it done there. And how about Wembanyama with his performance in the win for France over Brazil? So also women's soccer yesterday. U.S. looking pretty good, obviously, with their wins here to start off the campaign. And I'm here. Meetings were. So one other note, Formula One rendered in a disqualification. Teammates, George Russell won, but was disqualified when his car was too light. And I think Hamilton was declared the winner. All right, let's get rolling here with our previews of Major League Baseball today. Hope that wasn't too much rambling, but to me, the Olympics are the main, you could say, hey, people come out of the woodwork every 4 years. That's what you do. There is only 4 years you could do it. So I'm here. I'm a reporter. I can talk about these things relatively confidently here. Man, exciting. Sapelin over Echeverry, final in tennis. Coco Gauff also with a win here over the last few minutes in this match here. Joker has just closed it out on Rafa Nadal to advance 6-love, 6-4, the two. And that's probably going to be it for Rafa Nadal. Major competitions, Joker here with the win over his buddy Rafa here just moments ago. And pardon me for enjoying the moment here just a little bit and watching him acknowledge this crowd. All right, let's get into it here. Rafa plays his now famous violin. All right, here we go. Started off with a doubleheader today with the getting some new series started here this week with the Blue Jays taking on the Orioles. And hey, we got news in this one with Zach Eflin here on the mound. So way to start us off with, some more news here to get rolling for Zach Eflin, his first start with the Orioles after the big trade, and well, you could say they need more than Zach Eflin, or it was a great deal here to get Zach Eflin. And hey, well, if you're the Orioles, you'll take it. Making his first start here, he was having a little bit of rough stretch, but maybe he saw the writing on the wall. He was pretty much a prime candidate, and now looking back to get dealt. But he has a 4.5 ERA in his last 3 starts for the Rays, coming into this one with a couple of losses. But you do get that Orioles team back here. He does face the Blue Jays once this season. He lost that one 6.1, basically got hit pretty hard in that start against Toronto. It was just 5 days ago, actually, with the Rays. So he's getting a chance right back here to come face them again. Baltimore's dropped 5 of their last 7 games right now. They're also 1-5 in their last 6 series openers. The Orioles have gone over in 9 of their last 10 games. For Rodriguez here, he has a 3.22 ERA in his last 4 starts. Last 3 starts have all gone over here. Toronto, they're picking it up a little bit here again. Finally, feels a little bit late, obviously, but they've won 10 out of their last 17. Guess that's pretty decent for the way things have been going. But this is the big one here. Toronto continuing to go over right now. It feels like 25 of their last 30 games now have gone over the total here. We did have a winner yesterday with the Blue Jays here on the show, on the morning steam. And I think the steam came through yesterday. We talked about that steam came in on the over, and it did indeed go over. All right, let's see here. Let me get my notes square here, read off a little bit. Everybody, we're just kind of cruising along here, but first off is Vladdy over in his prop play of the game. Dave likes the over with all that over talk there. John says it'll be a get right spot here for the Blue Jays at home in this one. Let's see if I can't get my notes square here. I think I know where I'm headed in this game. That's game 2 I'm worried about. Under here for Darren, and a lean here to the Blue Jays. I'm probably going to go under. I'm going to squeeze in a few more plays here. And Tyler says he's got over in both games. Okay, yeah. Sometimes, like I said, I mean, I'm kind of always, tend to think in doubleheader games. So, not that I'm picking on Tyler there, but that's probably where I'm headed today in game 1. I'll take the under here. Feels like maybe the public's going to side a little bit with the Blue Jays here, maybe at this price, and they're playing a little bit better, and the Orioles are, in a little bit of a slump right now. Okay, I think that's it for you guys. Not much here from you guys in this one. So, okay, this is going to be weird. I'm going to cut off the Blue Jays Orioles game 1. Now you're welcome to comment. This is when I had the 2 games back and I didn't know who was on what, but let's go to game 2 now. These because they're right back to back in the rotation order here, and scheduled for 3:05. Depends how long the first game takes. And usually in this type of doubleheader, you just go, I think, the league standard is like 20 minutes, 22 minutes, whatever it is, between games. I don't think there's something official about it. I don't think they're required to start at 3:05 necessarily if the first one. So just keep aware of what time if you're interested in betting on game 2 of the doubleheader. In fact, I'm showing it 6:35 Eastern, 3:35 Pacific. So keep your eye on that as that approaches, and I think they will stick to that game time, actually. Let's talk about these 2 pitchers here, and a little bit tougher, I know, to maybe formulate a pick, but for Francis, and don't call me Francis, 9 ERA in his 3 starts so far. All of the games went over. I think his first start here against the O's for Povich here. 4 starts, an 8.47 ERA for Povich. He's not an opener. He pitch, but he's faced Toronto already once this season. Back on June 6th, he gave up 6 runs in 5 1/3 innings in this one. So Povich has had a rough go of it here, joining the Orioles here right now. And maybe we'll get some of your comments in this one and your picks with the game between Baltimore and the Blue Jays. I will say this: I don't know, double headers. There aren't very many of them anymore, and they're usually the games, where it's been a previous postponement. But Baltimore has won, for whatever reason, 12 of their last 13 game ones. Now I know this is game 2, but didn't have my note up there. That's what I was calling up. So Baltimore's won. Or I'm sorry. Let me get it. 12 of 13 game ones in their last 13 doubleheaders. They've lost game 1, 12 of the last 13. So they are at home here. Let me get my stats straight. Don't be spewing facts that aren't true. Give me your pick, though, here if you want on game 2 of the doubleheader. Probably should have mentioned that, by the way, but I was just a little behind. Too much Olympics prep. All right, here we go. Dave, I think, says, give me both games over. Fernando over in game 2. I think John says, give him the Orioles minus the runs here and get a sweep. Orioles been giving up some runs. R. Tom says, maybe check that total here, Ramon, on these. And yeah, maybe I'm a little behind in that. And I think, if anything, we didn't really have Povich really has just been announced here officially. I think we knew going in. But yeah, 9.5 under 15 for sure. In fact, I do see some 9 over 30s still, not to discredit anything that my buddy R. Tom says, but it's definitely 9.5 here right now. I don't even have the Bovada lines up on my line service, but they're always pretty early to the gate. All right. Hey, Jerry Davis. Want to say hello and welcome to Jerry. All right. Jays game 1, first 5. Rodriguez. But man, Jerry, great to have you. Great comments, great analysis. Really appreciate it. Jerry Davis, everybody. Thank you, Jerry. Hope you are here. Looks like you've watched the show before and got a chance to comment with me today. Thank you, Jerry Davis. All right. Tyler says, should win. Doesn't trust anybody. Dave said Padres had a field day against the O's, and Dave says I might be freezing up. I'm warm, though, here in Vegas. Hey, it's only 81 so far. Okay. I'm not getting any feedback that it's – I have heard about some technical issues that not including mine this weekend. I'm feeling pretty confident with this, but I'll stall a little bit here and maybe let it catch up. All right, but that's it for the doubleheader. Let's keep rolling here with the Guardians taking on the Tigers. Nice series here to get rolling here in this one. We saw, of course, yesterday. Hey, like I said, great job. Team Steam beat Ramon. You guys said take Minnesota. Consensus play. Ramon said, I'm going to take the other. Yeah. Hey, someone who obviously does not this person calling should know right now that I do a show to about 100 people every day here at 6 a.m. It looks like they're just trying to get on my nerves a little bit. All right. Here, maybe they forgot. Maybe it's an emergency. I don't know. All right. Minnesota and Detroit, Bybee and Flaherty here in this one. Let's get it rolling here with Bybee, 2.55 ERA in his last 3 starts. He's gone under in 9 of his last 13 starts. The Guardians with Bybee on the mound, how about 16-5 this season for, well, hey, a good Cleveland team still doing damage here. They've won 4 of their last 6 right now. They've gone under in 11 of their last 13 games overall for Flaherty. He's looking good for Detroit. A 2.04 ERA in his last 3 starts, including a couple of wins. Detroit is 6-2 with Flaherty. It's pretty good for a team 3 games under 500. Detroit has lost 10 of their last 16 series openers at home, or all this season. 6-10 at home in series openers. They've gone over in 7 of their last 10 games. And let's see what you guys have in this one with the Guardians taking on the Tigers. Detroit, look, they lost that game to Minnesota yesterday. Detroit's 8-1 in their last 9 games as an underdog when coming off of a loss. And Detroit also, how about this one, gang? They have covered 13 straight run lines against the Guardians, whether they're laying it or taking it. Now, here you got to lay a pretty big number for that, but maybe it shows that the Tigers can be competitive against the Guardians. It was rated pretty evenly. What do you guys have? Here with Tyler says, always back by me the way he's going on right now. And Justin said here could have been maybe a scratch here in this one. I think we're seeing it officially right now, Justin, aren't we? And Jose Ramirez overs the prop play of the game. Art Thompson's going Tigers first 5 in this one with Flaherty. Flaherty's 9-5-4. He's been a real, Flaherty's pretty decent, right? He could definitely roll with. Bobby's been good too. Just want to think that the Tigers might be a little bit live here in this one. The widely reported steam did come in on Cleveland here. Dave wants to go under with the Guardians. Darren says, give me the Tigers on the money line. Tariq is here. Good to see you, Tariq. How you been? He says, Tigers first 5, Guardians full game. They should give you a bonus for making a play like that, Tariq. If you hit that one right, he also likes the under. Tyler likes the under here. And Fernando on the Guardians in this one. And Justin worried about that. The trades here. We're almost. How about my Padres, Dave? How about our Padres picking up a nice reliever? I said it yesterday on the show and talked about the Padres' willingness to continue to deal here. They were pretty excited getting this. Probably pay. Look, Preller's known to pay too much, right? But he's a wheeler dealer. He's like Cal Worthington out here, I mean, I know the trade analysts are. Padres probably take a loss on this one, but you know what? Padres are going for it, and that's what you have to do. That's what small market teams need to do. They need to, strike when the iron is hot, even if it costs you. You have to take advantage of your opportunities as a small market team, and the Padres are in that position right now. So this one probably costs them a little bit more than that last one we talked about. All right. You guys got me all riled up now in that, and I'm going to take the Cleveland Guardians here. I know what I said about the Tigers, but I'm going to respect that steam coming in. I think the public will be on the Tigers here, maybe liking that even money price here in this one. And I'm gonna probably lean over, but I'm just not sure yet. The Sharps are on the under here. I'm not sure I trust them at this point. I might think that this one could sneak over at 7 over 15. And we're starting to see it down 7 under 14 right now. Bovada, 7 flat also. So, all right. Next up. It's the Yankees taking on the Phillies. And, we could have, hinted the World Series preview or whatever. But it does feel like Yankees got to get it rolling here a little bit with Yule here. Going up against Wheeler. All right, for Luis Yule in this one for the Yankees in this nice interleague series. There's no other way around it. Good series here. Yule has a 1.53 ERA in his last 3 starts, but the Yankees are 1-5 with Yule right now. In his last 6 starts. He's gone under in 3 straight. The Yankees currently, they're trying to get it going here. They've lost 23 of their last 35 games coming into this one, but We saw the late action last night, Sunday night baseball there. And, it was kind of definitely the featured game there. But, man, the Yankees just kind of kept putting it on it, and pulling away. So the Yankees were able to get that getaway win 8-2 yesterday over the Phillies. For Wheeler here, a 1.9 ERA in his last 4 starts. And the Phillies are 12-4 in his last 16 starts overall for Wheeler. Wheeler definitely, he is your guy. He's your nerfy guy. 1 for 20 in the nerfy so far. And here's the other thing, he's pretty good too. 3 for 20. I mean, you probably know 40 first innings and 4 first innings that these two have allowed run. This is a pretty strong nerfy situation here. It feels like, at least with their past history. For the Phillies, they've dropped 8 of their last 12. They're 1-4 in their last 5 series openers. They've gone under in 6 of their last 8 games. Phillies have dropped 4 of their last 5 series openers. Let's get your plays here now for the game between the Yankees and the Phillies. The Yankees, they've been winning interleague games, and they've been winning interleague games by 1 run, pretty much. Let's see here. We get the plays here. Jerry, it's Cal Worthington in his dog spot. Art Thompson's on the Phillies. Here's Tyler Parrish on the under here. And Terrell says, the players are getting healthy. And here comes Jermaine, kind of liking Wheeler here. And Dave says, give me the Phillies. Hello to Jermaine. John says he likes the Phillies here. Yankees coming off that Sunday night game. And then the late travel to Philly. Well, I'll tease you a little bit on that one, John, with the travel there. But, yeah, he's still got to travel, no doubt about it. There's not much of a jaunt there, Boston to Philly. But and let's see here. And Tyler says he got this one as too high of a total in this one. And Philly's struggling against the right-handers, Jerry said. Tariq wants to fade the Yankees after playing yesterday. Justin on the Yankees here. Darren, first 5 under. Jermaine, Yankees plus a run, I think this is saying. Or +1, +1.5. Don't know what we have there, but all right. Jermaine, yeah, we've given out the steam so far. Jermaine, the Cleveland, the Guardians were the steam here. And just the other steam that's kind of coming in is on some some sports I'm just not covering here on our show. So I'm not going to refer to some of it. Okay, let's see if we get your plays here right now. I think we're done. We're not going to maybe get a consensus here. I'm going to take the New York Yankees here on the road as an underdog. Give me the Yanks today as my play here on the morning steam. All right, next up. Cubs and Reds. Jameson Tyone inspires here for the Reds. Reds $1.15 or so here. That might be the biggest price at this point. It's very, very close, but the Reds might be just the slightest favorite here. The total is 9.5, 9 over 20 or 9.5 under. Oh, that total is wrong. It's either 9 over 20 or 9.5 under 20. That's almost a full run up here, and I don't think it's necessarily been very steamy, but this total is on the rise here. I kind of believe it in Cincinnati here with these two. Let's see how it's going for these guys right now, because like I said, that there definitely was 9 under 15 were most of the openers actually, and now we're up to 9.5 under. So that's a full half a run here. Movement to the over for Tyone. He's been sharp, a 2.77 ERA in his last 4 starts and a 3-1 record for Tyone. Cubs here, they're 2-8 in their last 10 series openers for Spires, 3-2 in his last 5 starts, but a 5.27 ERA. He's gone over in 4 of his last 5 games. He does have 1 start against Chicago, 2 appearances, a 2.79 ERA. The Reds have dropped 6 of their last 9, but they're 8-2 in their last 10 series openers. Reds have gone under in 5 of their last 6 games overall. What do you have in the game between the Cubs and the Reds here? Get your comments going here. Cubs under for Justin. And then you've got Fernando wants to go under first 5. Dre is on the under. Jerry says he's going to go with the Cubs. Tyone's in form here. And he's one of those guys, right, that we kind of when they're good, they're good. When they're bad. Here's Dave on the under. Dave, what's up with Daffy Duck? All right, I guess we're tired. Dave's tired of watching them get married every day. Or no, we're tired. No, we're not tired. We love it. Okay, Dave. Reds are 5-2 here against the Cubs this season. 2-0 on Mondays. And they said I don't like Mondays. Tyler says leaning Reds at home. Let's talk about this kind of the same thing there. Good job, guys. Wheeler, much better at home. Trevor Davis says Yankees money line. And Jerry says Spire's having some issues here physically, so that might be something to pounce on a little bit. All right, I'm going to make the call as well. We're not going to get any consensus today the way this one's going. This one continues to move higher, man. I wanted to go over as a premium. I don't know if I can even, maybe I'll just put it as my play here on the show. Maybe in this one. I don't know. This one's feels tough. Man, it's going up too high. It's too high now. All right. Here's our Tom's Reds money line. Tariq is on the Reds here as well. Despicable. All right. Tough one for me today in this one, but I'm going to grab the Reds. I like what I like what you were saying about Tyone, you guys, but just gonna at this price at a pick 'em. That's what I was saying, Tyler. I might have to come back on the under, and I probably would just bet it and take it up to 10 or even 10.5, lay $1.70 or something, and try to keep it in single digits. I do things like that. Here's Darren, Reds and under, thank you. And oh yeah, Reds are a slight favorite. Okay, here we go. Next up, I'm taking the Reds. Mariners, Red Sox, Logan Gilbert going up here against Nick Pivetta in this one. Pivetta is a favorite here, about $1.15, $1.20. Total 8.5, over -115. Looks like the pretty popular line at this point at most of the books. For the Mariners and Gilbert, still looking pretty good. 3.38 ERA in his last 3 starts. He's gone under in 4 of his last 5. 4 career starts against Boston, a 3.12 ERA. For Pivetta, a 4.91 ERA in his last 4 starts and an 0-2 record. Boston's dropped 4 of the last 5 games started by Pivetta. They've lost 7 out of their last 9 after last night. Boston also really strange, 4-13 in their home series openers this season. They've gone over in 7 of their last 8 games. Pivetta, 4 career starts against the Mariners, a 3.65 ERA and a 1-2 record. Hey, let's get your plays in this one between the M's and the Sox. Here, Mariners have won 7 straight against the Red Sox, win coming off of a win, but Boston's covered 4 straight run lines against the Mariners. And this series has gone over in 7 straight here at Fenway. Let's get the plays here. Jermaine says, all these games got bad umps. All right. Let's see here. I think we're going to start with Randy Arozarena going over his total base prop here, the newest Mariner. Justin also likes the M's today. R. Tom says, I'll try Red Sox. First 5. Money line. Pavetta, 8-7-1 in the first 5 this season. And Gilbert, 9-7-5. Jermaine says maybe the over here in this one. And Jermaine said, and also look at who they beat. Those good White Sox pitchers. We had the Mariners here yesterday. Look, I'm not trying to, it's not hard, but it's not. You look at the game yesterday, right, with the Mariners. Yeah, we took them. It's easy to just fade the White Sox every time, I guess, with this record-setting losing pace. But more so, remember what the line was yesterday with the Mariners against the White Sox was like $1.15. I guess it was a pick 'em. Any day the White Sox and their 25% winning percentage are pick 'em against just should be putting those as premiums, and I just roll them. It's just so easy to say on the air, right? Because sometimes you're putting the square play a little bit on the air here. Sometimes you can't avoid it, right? The square play is going to win a lot of the time. So now let me get a few more of your plays here. Let me see. Tyler says, give me the dog. Take the Mariners. Tariq jumping on the Mariners. And maybe Tyler's leaning to the under. Dave says, give me the Red Sox on the money line. Jerry may go first 5 here. First 5 under for Darren. Fernando's here. He's going under. And sorry, Jermaine, was I wrong? Yeah, you know what? You're right about that. And but there definitely was some steam there. There definitely was steam all day long. Remember, I think let me look back and see here. That game opened up at. I'm showing Crochet opened opened maybe a pick at the minimum. Seattle maybe opened $1.12. I'm showing at a few. Bovada, I believe, yesterday ended up going off. I show Bovada closed 133, Circa closed 127, FanDuel 130. Yeah, so all those, 130 or higher, but nonetheless, the public was going to pounce on that. When we were on the show yesterday, it certainly wasn't 148. Or maybe you're talking about, I'm sorry, you could be talking about this. No, you're not talking about this game. Okay, John's on the Red Sox here. Nate's on the Mariners. Okay, you guys are down with your picks. We're not getting anywhere in consensus. Thomas is having a pretty enjoyable day with his coffee. He doesn't have to do much here. We're not getting anything together at this point, it feels like. That's all right. Here, I will say this. I feel like I thought this would be a consensus play with the chat with the Mariners, for quite frankly. But all right. I know what that's a good point here, Terrell. They have been a little bit underrated. Okay, let's do it here with this one, and I want the Mariners. I want the Mariners, you guys. I don't know if I can avoid it today. I'm taking Seattle on the road. I honestly thought, even though some of the pick 'em close to a pick 'em, it's a little bit tougher. I thought that everyone would kind of roll on the Mariners. Actually, okay, here we go. Twins and Mets. World Series preview. Twins and Mets. They met, right? They met in the World Series once, if I'm not way 60. Here. No, maybe not. Anyways, Twins and Mets, Woods Richardson and Quintana here in this one with Woods Richardson, an underdog here against the Mets. Good game, though. Good game. Let's see what the numbers say here with Woods Richardson. Continues to perform well. Simeon does 2.86 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Twins are 4-1 with Simeon Woods Richardson on the mound in his last 5 starts. He's gone under in 3 straight. Interesting to note, Woods Richardson, he was a draft choice of the New York Mets actually 6 years ago, 2nd-round pick. Let me get you. I know we were talking about trying to report some steam. here. Ramon, was there any steam? There is some steam, interestingly enough, in the game between Toronto and Baltimore, game number 2. Game number 2. Make sure you note this. The total is moving to the over here with game number 2 between Toronto and Baltimore. What did we take? I don't even remember what we took, and I don't know if I wrote it down. But there is steam coming in on game 2. It was at 9. Now we're showing 9.5 under 15 at Bovada, 9.5 under 15 here at a couple of books in Vegas. Circa was already 9.5 under 15. We'll see if it goes higher. But steam coming in right now. Game 2 of the doubleheader with Toronto and Baltimore. If anyone remembers what I took, I don't know what I took. You guys are asking me to repeat it sometimes. Okay, let me continue on here though with Woods Richardson here again. Former draft pick of the Mets. I don't know if that'll mean anything in this game, but I just thought it was interesting to note. Twins are 3-8, 3-8 in their last 11 road series openers. They've gone over in 6 of their last 8. For Quintana, everyone been picking on Quintana, it seems a little bit, but he continues to pitch pretty well. A 2.35 ERA in his last 7 starts. The Mets are 6-2 with Quintana on the mound of late. The Mets have won 13 of their last 19 games, and they've won 10 of their last 12 series openers. They've also, pardon me, they've also get the water ready here. They've also gone over in 5 of their last 7 7 games at home. What do you have here, Twins and the Mets in this one? Let's see if I can stay on the air here without having to swig a soda pop or something here. All right, here comes your plays. I'm trying to stay alive. Here we go. Yeah, Tyler, good point. Good betting day. Good betting day. We should have some good days here. Justin here on the. I think that's why we're not seeing any consensus. So too, maybe here, Justin's on the Twins. I think this will be. Thomas, you might want to. He might have already typed it in already. I think this one is going to be a consensus here. Here's Justin on the Twins. Trevor on the over. Gerardo on the Twins. Our Tom's on the Twins. Twins all day, says Jerry. Here's Tyler on the money line. Dave says, no more Twins. Give me the under here. Mets here, minus $1.18. Terrell Tariq says, give me the Twins. Terrell says, he'll take over the team total. Dave wants a consensus play. He just wants one. John's on the Twins. And also, our Tom's raised. She's worried about me a little bit. I want to, if I could, just thank you, our Toms, for great contributions here. I don't get a chance to say it very often. Thank you for representing the ladies here in the chat right now. We could use a few more here. All right. Number 1 consensus here is Twins money line. Google, tell us your secret. And Terrell says maybe a little Yurfie action here with this one. You got for Woods Richardson. He's good, though. He's good. 1 for 17 with his first innings. Pretty good numbers here for Woods Richardson. Quintana, though, not good. 7 for 20, allowing runs in the first inning. I am going to do the water here as we get ready for the next game. So take a look at it and then give me 1 second. Here. Did I give my play? Oh, no, it's consensus, and I'm with you guys. I'm going to take the Twins. My computer says take the Mets. I'm going with Team Steam yesterday. Hey, you guys did it too. You guys had the Twins yesterday. I'm taking them with you today. All right, here's the next game. Give me just 1 minute, 1 second. All right. Thank you, gang. Thank you. Osorio just beat Yastremska, Osorio over Yastremska just moments ago at the Olympic Games. 6-7-6, 6-4. Rangers and Cardinals now with Nathan Eovaldi on the mound here against Palante. And Palante's been still looking pretty decent here. 2.19 ERA in his last four starts. Starts off the games pretty well here. Eovaldi, he's been sharp of late, a 3 ERA in his last five starts and a 3-1 record for Eovaldi. But Texas is just 2-4 with Eovaldi on the road. He has gone over in 7 of his last 9 games. The Rangers on the road 1-10 in their last 11 series openers. Cardinals have lost 5 straight series openers. Someone's got to win. Cardinals have gone under in 5 of their last 7 games. Palante's gone under in 6 of his last 9 starts. All right, let's get your plays here in this one. Let's see what you got with the Rangers and Cards. Hey, thanks, Jerry. Great job today, Jerry. Appreciate you. Okay. Nothing really much from you guys here. Here's Tyler, likes the Rangers on the run line plus money. And Fernando on the over. And those are the toughest when someone's got to win, there's no doubt. Tariq leaning Rangers and over. Not much from you guys here, I think, on this one. So I get to make a call. It looks like here without too much persuasion. Man. All right, Darren going over here. All right. For me, I'm going to take the under. I don't have enough under. Do I have any unders? What's going on here? Boy, gang. All right. I'm alive. I'll take the under. I got the under here, Rangers and Cardinals, and I'm alive here. Atlanta is going to take on Milwaukee with. Oh boy. Okay, let's investigate here. For Atlanta here and Holmes, though I think we've seen. Let me see here. Let me get the scoop on Holmes. I had a whole thing ready to go here with Holmes in this one today for Atlanta, and Colin Ray for Milwaukee here in this one. For Grant Holmes, he has been out there so far this season, so it's pretty much an opener situation. The Braves got a bullpen game here, no doubt about it. With Holmes, he got 2.7 ERA so far this season. Braves here, and for Colin Ray, let's see here what I got for. Thought I had some more other stuff on Holmes. Holmes. Okay, now Braves. Okay, here we go. Braves have gone under in 21 of their last 30 games overall. For Colin Ray, a 3.57 ERA in his last 4 starts. Milwaukee's 8-2 at home with Colin Ray on the mound so far this season. He struggled a bit against Atlanta in his career, 5 ERA in 3 career starts. Brewers have won 6 of their last 9, but just 1-5 in their last 6 series openers. Here it is for you guys to comment right now on the game between the Braves and the Brewers. All right, you guys. Good thing this show is almost over. Here, for the Braves, in this one, they've covered the run line 8 straight as an underdog against Milwaukee. So as a run line underdog, they've covered that run line in 8 straight games. Now they are laying some pretty heavy juice if you want to take that 1.5 today, but they always make this one a close series. Certainly, when these two teams meet, the underdog is actually won. Let's see. Oh no, Milwaukee. The underdog has won 7 straight Milwaukee games. That's what it is. Here we go, you guys. Let me get your plays in this one. Here is. Let me see if I got it right. Milwaukee Mondays. Is that a thing? I know you've talked about it, Terrell, but it's still going, huh? Trey is on the under here. Darren says, give me Atlanta here and under. Dave says he wants me to. Dave, the Olympics are on, bro. All right, we're going to be up. We're watching the Olympics here. All right, Atlanta and run line and over here. Tariq going under. Tyler is leaning to the Brewers. Dave goes with the Brewers. And let's see here. Milwaukee. Okay, they're terrible on. Okay, they're the boomtown rats of baseball. Justin McKelvey here says Ozuna over 1.5 total bases. All right, that might be it for you guys here in this one with the Braves and the Brujas. Widely reported steam did come in on the Braves here. I really thought this would be a unanimous play for I thought it would be a consensus play Brewers, actually. I thought you guys would be all over the Brewers here in this one. I'm going to take the under as my play here. I really thought it would be a consensus play on the Brewers today. But, all right. Braves hitting well. All right, next up, Royals and White Sox. And you do have the Royals here favored $1.75 here. Not a pick 'em, not $1.38, not nothing. This is $1.75 going up against a man who cannot win, Chris Flexen. Maybe today's the day, but with Flexen, we don't bang the White Sox stats anymore, really, right? We all know there's no reason to talk. I'm wasting my breath just saying how we're not going to talk about it. But the one you do got to talk about in this matchup is Chris Flexen has gone 14 straight games, and the White Sox haven't won any of them. Now, we know the White Sox don't win any games, but that's certainly a little bit of a stab that kind of works into having them less of a chance, I guess, is the only way to put it. Flexen a 6.5 ERA, 0-4 in his last 6 starts here coming in. The White Sox have dropped all these games again of late, 17 of the last 18 now, blah, blah, blah. For Marsh, he's got an 8.36 ERA in his last 3 starts, and Kansas City's 1-4 in the last 5 games with Marsh starting. He's gone over in 8 of his last 11 games. And how about his Yurfie stats, guys? He's given up runs in 7 of his 18 first innings. Royals have dropped 3 of 4 coming in. They are 7-2 in their last 9 series openers, and they get an easy one here today, if you want to call it that. And maybe I can just roll a big favorite here for once and take the run line, maybe. I don't know. Chicago. So maybe we're trying to find, like we say, we're always trying to maybe find the spot for the White Sox or what spots here. Chicago's failed to cover the run line in 6 straight home games now. In that last series, they were getting beat up pretty good. We'll say this for this series. 9 straight unders when the Royals have played the White Sox. 9 straight unders between these two teams. Sometimes, still you don't want to get into a trend like that, but okay, here with Kansas City run line for Dre. Nathan says, look at Flexen's record. Give me the Royals, says Dave. Fernando's on that under. And Brewers struggled that last series, obviously, he says here. With that, with the Marlins, but didn't the thought the Brewers won it yesterday, right? Because we had Team Steam was on Miami. I was all excited. I was like, yeah, we're taking Miami, but we didn't get it. We didn't get it done. Kansas City run line. Terrell says easy money. Tyler says getting over here. And our Thompson's trying to go to Ricola. Royals here, run line. And Thomas says it's a consensus play. How about that? Royals run line. Okay. All right. I'm in. I'll take a run line with the Royals. If I can kind of roll with Team Steam going against the White Sox, it makes it less responsibility for me. Royals money line and under here. Hey, here comes some steam right now. Report on it. Let me get done with this game here. Some steam on a game right now. Moving. All right. Royals dominating the Sox right now. Okay, here it is. Steam right now. Cubs and Reds. Game total over right now is the steam coming in. We know that this one was mostly at 9, but take a look at what's happening right now. 9.5 under 20 at Bet Online. 9.5 under 20 at a lot of places here. So this one could be on the move with Tyone and Spires here. I'm not showing a wide steam at this point, but the line service has taken note of it. Just keep your eye on that one. It's already a lot of 9.5s out there with the Cubs and the Reds, but just popped up on the screen. So John's on the Royals as well. Everyone's on the Royals. We can do it here. If we only knew to play them from the beginning of the season, I guess we did. Next up. All right, well, hey, I don't know. I want to maybe I want to change the narrative here. It's going to be Jake Bloss Day here. Jake Bloss Day for the Astros here against Paul Skeens. Skeens here, obviously going to be a big favorite. 1.93 ERA so far this season, about as good as it gets out there right now. Paul Skeens, baby. What can you do, and can you tolerate the prices, and can he win and keep the game, keep him in there again against the Astros? Because we know what the Astros have been up to here. So this one makes it interesting, makes it tough today, and makes it a great game, I'm sure. All right, let me break it down a little bit more. Talked about Skeens and that hot ERA, but it's even better of late, a 1.32 ERA in his last 7 starts. Pittsburgh's 8-4 in his last 12 starts. He's gone under in 6 of his last 7. Of course, Pirates have won 11 of their last 16. Overall, they've gone under in 9 of their last 13 games. For Bloss, 3 starts so far, 6.94 ERA, but a couple of wins for Houston in there. Bloss doesn't have a win yet, but Astros went 2-1 in those starts. All 3 of the games went over. Astros right now at home have won 11 of their last 12 series openers. Here, they've won 9 of their last 15 overall. See what you guys want to do on Paul Skeens Day, on Jake Bloss Day. Houston's won 8 of their last 9 games when coming off of a loss at home. And of course, yesterday with them dropping that game to the Dodgers, I flopped that game for sure. All right, let's see what you got. Jermaine, I don't think, Jermaine, it's, it's start of a series, so we just don't have the umps. We don't get them usually until just a couple of hours before game time on the start of series. Okay, here we go with Justin wants to take the Astros today, plus money. R. Tom says, give me Pittsburgh on the run line. Tyler Parrish. Pirates, money line. And John says, got a crazy mismatch. Pirates. Skeens first 5 here also for Jermaine. Skeens 7-1-4 in the first 5. 1 loss in 12 games for Skeens. Some ties in there, some pushes. talking when I deal my when I deal my money line, my first 5 stats, it's always going to be money line. Under here for Dave. Jermaine says the Astros go under a lot. Pittsburgh team total over for Curtis. Jermaine says he'll go Astros with Jake Who. Fernando's on the over. Darren says Pirates first 5 run line and first 5 under. Tariq likes the under as well. Okay, that probably, I don't think we got consensus-y there on that, did we? I thought I was almost willing to bank on it that you guys were going to roll, but I see some Pirate support. The widely reported steam did come in on the Astros here, and I kind of want to take it. I'll take that under. Is it David said it too? Jermaine said they go under a lot. And Dave said it's the safest play. I'll go under with the Pirates and the Astros. All right, our final game here of the day. We'll get you out of here. Nationals and Parker and Diamondbacks and Montgomery. With Montgomery here, $1.60 and the total 9. It's definitely gone down a little bit here. I think that's worth updating. Maybe a little move to the Nats here in this one. Let's preview this National League contest with Parker here, 6.75 ERA. 6.75 ERA in his last 4 starts right now for Parker. He's 0-2 in his last 4 starts. Nationals here, 2-4 in their last 6. Nothing too much to report on there. But Montgomery, 4-1 record in his last 5 starts, but a 5.55 ERA. Arizona 9-5 with Montgomery on the mound. Arizona's won 10 of their last 14 overall. They're 6-2 in their last 8 home series openers. Diamondbacks have gone over in 7 of their last 9 games at home. Montgomery, 2 career starts against the Nationals. He has a 1.32 ERA. And let's see what you guys maybe have in this one. We'll wrap up the show. Thank you for joining me here today on the Morning Steam. And let's see here. Justin's going to start us off with over in the Diamondbacks game. He's got Ketel Marte over 1.5 total bases. Darren's on the Nationals, but our Toms is on the Diamondbacks run line. Tyler is going over in this one. Tariq wants to go Diamondbacks run line. Looks like John's on it as well. I think that's probably minus 1.5 here. I don't think he's going to take plus 1.5, but minus 250 or something. Jermaine will go over in this one. I kind of felt like the public would like the Diamondbacks here, but with Darren on the net, I don't think it's unanimous here or consensus-y necessarily. Terrell likes a slugfest. Dave likes Diamondbacks run line, so we're all over the place here on our last game with these 2 left-handers. And I know what I want. I'm going to take the Washington Nationals. What's the run line? Can I grab some run line here under $1.40-ish or maybe $1.50 I can tolerate? Let's see. I got to go to the book for this one. Plus 1.5 at minus 145. I'll take the Nationals on the run line. I'll sprinkle the money line today as well. And that'll be my pick here on the Morning Steam Show. All right. Well, I guess that's going to do it for us here on the Morning Steam. I don't have any other we talked about the Olympics. I don't know. That felt like a pretty big deal. So we're back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Hopefully you got all those plays. If you missed some Olympic basketball plays, head back to the start of the show. Not only did I give out a couple of plays here for the next 2 women's games going off, I gave out a couple of plays of mine on the men's action early tomorrow. And we'll try to recap and preview. And then I'll try to come in with those, maybe the closely rated matchups that are going to be those, because you can I think a casual fan or even a semi-serious fan in a way, the way the Olympics work, if you're not up here watching this action with us right now and over the next couple of hours, I mean, all the prime time is really about to start right now, the way it works. But if you end up watching it at night with that nice, 4-hour package or whatever it is, that starts at 8 o'clock local time, uh, you'll be able to bet. I'll try to give you the best events to bet on that you might not even know the result, and it still comes on the air because that's how the Olympics works. Unless you're searching news or getting your phone blown up with the results, you can kind of stay away from some of the results of those big events. So maybe that's what I'll try to cover with you here. And I'm going to get ready to watch Chase Budinger right now. I'm going to go watch my man Chase uh, play men's volleyball, beach volleyball right now, getting ready to start. So that's going to be my favorite event here of the morning. All right, thanks everybody. Appreciate you so much here stopping by. Here a few more plays. Thomas has got our plays right there. Minnesota money line, Kansas City run line. Art Thompson, thank you. I'm trying to give us a different perspective here. Right. Terrell says they run the Olympics like Terrell, you might be old sage like I am. I thought you were maybe a little younger. Sounds like you used to watch it like I did. The back in like 1976 and 77, 78, the NBA finals would come on after your late local news, and the sports would come on at 11:20 at night because you'd be, we're in a lot of sports. You'd watch the local sports cast, and you'd cover your ears, and the announcer would say, if you're going to watch the NBA finals, turn away. You'd be like, and then the game would be on after. And I'm only like 10 years old. I'm asleep by halftime. I got to go to school the next day or whatever. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow here on the Morning Steam. For Tony'sPicks.com, I'm Ramon Scott.